Thank you very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. Take a look at this. This was back in 1997. Piparo, the volcano, a mud volcano, this erupted back in 97, and you could see it here. This left 180 people approximately without homes in the area. Mud volcanoes usually aren't super explosive, if you will, but sometimes they are. And this was the scene again February 3rd, I believe, if I got my date correct, back in 1997. This same volcano is making a little bit of noise lately. Literally, we're starting to hear, you could kind of hear it. You could hear some of the gases kind of doing their thing down below. So it's making some noise, so to speak, and it has my attention. So we're definitely on volcano watch with this one. Back in the south central Trinidad, this is where it is. Piparo right through here, and there are homes and businesses through here. So they are on alert, monitoring this carefully. Now, typically in a mud volcano, you don't have an explosive volcano like you would have kind of those classic volcanoes. A mud volcano, here's kind of a sampling of that. Usually what happens is they bubble up. They actually do not have lava, so you don't get these huge eruptions out of this, but you can get what I just showed you before, and that could disturb an area that's at least close by. So watching that carefully, in those areas nearby this volcano are ready for evacuations if a need be. Now, not saying, not trying to alarm anyone, not saying we're going to see a scene like 1997, but we did have some action earlier a couple months ago and back in 2019 as well. So it is a spot we're watching. Now, this mud volcano here, this is not the same one, but what's interesting about mud volcanoes, I mentioned they don't have lava. What it is, it's gases, and that's why we're hearing the one in Trinidad making some noise. The gases down below are kind of separating some things, trying to fight through the earth. What happens is you have a lot of water beneath that is heating up, and if you will, kind of mixes with the mud or the dirt, the surrounding, the rock, and that's why you have the mud volcano. But what it does release is, well, you're not going to get this big explosion. There's methane, so it's actually very flammable. So the gases it releases are mainly methane, not just methane alone, but sometimes they can ignite like you're seeing here. And there are a lot of thousands of mud volcanoes around the world. So that's one spot I'm keeping an eye on. Another spot I'm watching for volcanic activity just to the north of San Jose. This here in Costa Rica, this was about a week ago. Poas, the volcano here, did erupt. Now lately there's been better news with this, but a spot I'm still watching, there was this eruption here several days ago. As of late, it's been a little calmer, which is good. It was up to a yellow alert level. Now it's back down, and the area around it, the national park around it, is opening. I believe it's today, so I want to double check on that. I think it is reopening today. Let me know in the comments. In this volcano, unlike a mud volcano, this one can have lava. It actually has one of the biggest craters in the world, so a lot of people like to come and see it. The national park around it is opening today. So watching those two spots for volcanic activity. Now let's dive into the forecast. Of course, the eclipse is happening today. Some of us in the Caribbean get a partial eclipse, get that total eclipse riding back toward parts of Mexico, Texas, up toward the Northeast and the Atlantic region of Canada. And right on track for this system, trying to depart, watching Newfoundland, where we're still hanging out of some of the clouds, mainly cloud-free. We've had some dust move in, so we do have some lower air quality, especially the eastern and southeastern Caribbean. But there is a chance of some showers and storms today. So you see it here. Here's your time frame. This would be 5 this afternoon. We're going to see some showers and storms, Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic especially. Nothing widespread, but our northern zones, we have that system move by that's still up toward Canada, the tail end of it, and that could bring a couple showers toward Montserrat, Antigua, Barbuda. We may get a few, but the highest rain chance, Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. And another spot I'm watching, Costa Rica and Panama. You see a lot of moisture starting to build through here, so the rain chance is going to get higher. Panama, we need that by the canal, which has been running slower due to the fact that we've been in some of those drought conditions. Eastern Pacific, we're about a month away from the hurricane season starting. It starts earlier in the Eastern Pacific, and you can see the moisture building up. But the next couple days, tomorrow and Wednesday, here's Wednesday, Northern Caribbean, a few showers possible. And then as we work our way into Thursday, look at this, and I want to widen it out in just a second. This is the next front that's going to roll in. Florida stretching back near Cuba, watching over toward Mexico. Once again, though, Jamaica, while we'll see a few showers possible, we're still running those drought conditions. I'm watching that. A lot of us have those drought conditions. Many of us have been too dry this April, and I'm monitoring that. So let me show you what's next. Again, we have this spin here. I'll dive down into the Atlantic region of Canada in just a second, watching some of the showers building up. Tennessee Valley, of course, hasn't been great viewing for some for that eclipse. As we go forward throughout the week, I mentioned the Northern Caribbean watching out for a few showers. Moisture is going to start to build. So this is Tuesday afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, see some rain and storms in here, severe weather threat as well throughout much of the southern United States. Now, as we go through the week, the front kind of develops, storm system develops, and you see it here. Another severe weather outbreak possible, Tennessee Valley, down into the southern U.S. This is on Wednesday. That's going to allow choppier seas to develop in the Gulf of Mexico. Seas not bad in the Caribbean. The Gulf, though, will be choppier later this week. And then as we work our way into Thursday, strong storms even down toward Florida. Some of this will eventually clip us by Thursday night and early Friday. Northern Bahamas, giving you that early heads up, may clip us by as well over toward Cuba, and kind of a mess up here over toward the mid-Atlantic and northeast of the U.S. So here that is. Here's Virginia Beach. You get over toward New York, over toward Boston. Boston, by the way, about a 90-95% coverage with the eclipse, partial eclipse, almost a full eclipse. So as we go through the day, trying to get that system out of here so we can see the eclipse. Just going through the next couple of days, let me get you forward into Wednesday, watching the next system moving in. So we'll be in between systems in the Atlantic region of Canada the next couple days. But by the time we get into Thursday, some of this weather starts to build, lots of rain, and then we'll see this pushing in near Nova Scotia by the time we get into late Thursday and Thursday night. So Jamaica, I mentioned us, drought conditions, been watching out for the fire threat. Isolated showers, even a rumble of thunder possible the next few days, just not widespread. Cayman Islands, we're looking at a 20% chance. Rain chance stays very limited in Trinidad the next few days. Watching some of that dust around. Some of that dust has been around even in Barbados. Our rain chance tomorrow, 20%, 10 to 20% chance in St. Lucia. Rain chance stays on the small side. Grenada, St. Vincent the Grenadines, if we get a shower, that would be a good thing, but it would only be the passing variety. Martinica, 20% chance, 10 to 20% chance in Guadeloupe and Dominica. So Dominica, Guadeloupe, rain chance about 20% for tomorrow, 10 to 20% chance the next couple days. But Antigua and Barbuda gets a little higher. Midweek, a 30% chance. St. Kitts, Nevis, and Montserrat, about a 30% chance tomorrow and Wednesday, and we'll take it. Anguilla and St. Bart's with that front just to the north, a 30% chance the next couple days, and a 30% chance St. Martin, Statia. We get over toward Ceiba. Puerto Rico, the rain chance is higher, not all day, but a 40 to 50% chance, and we could see a few spotty showers around parts of the British and U.S. Virgin Islands. Rain chance a little higher today in the Dominican Republic, a 50% chance, and a 30% chance tomorrow, trending down on Wednesday. In Haiti, a 30% chance today, 20% chance tomorrow. Bahamas, in the Bahamas, we are mainly on the dry side. We get back toward the Turks and Caicos, mainly dry as well. Again, northern Bahamas later this week. We'll watch that front moving in, especially Thursday night. We'll keep an eye on that front later this week, and Cuba may squeeze out a few more showers midweek. Belize, we have a 30% chance of isolated showers. Yucatan, a 30% chance, and only a 10% chance in Aruba. Some of that dust around, not widespread, but Aruba, Curacao, we have some of the dust. Rain chance stays limited over toward Bonaire. Bermuda today, rain chance 30%, and on the dry side for tomorrow. Rain chance, though, Costa Rica and Panama, it is going to be picking up. Rain chance stays on the small side in Guyana, stays on the small side today in Suriname, but some spotty showers possible in Guyana and Suriname. Northern Venezuela, 10 to 20% chance. So busy pattern monitoring that volcanic activity, those two spots that I'm watching. The partial eclipse this afternoon, watching some of those showers, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands. We may even see a few, and even a couple in Haiti, and watching the drought and wildfire conditions elsewhere. Hurricane season getting closer, just over 50 days away, starting on June 1st. So thank you for being with me. Keep me posted on what you get throughout the comment section today. If you're seeing the eclipse or not seeing it, let me know. I'll get to those throughout the day, and I hope you have a great day ahead.